I just paid $100 to stand in a puddle of something I really hope is just spilled gin. But based on the smell coming from the portable toilets 10 feet away, my soul is currently leaving my body. You know how it starts. It's always the group chat. Someone drops a link to an event with a name like Luminous, the premium open bar experience. The website has all these slow-motion videos of people who look like they've never had a pimple in their lives, laughing under golden lights, holding crystal flutes of champagne. The description says ultra-premium open bar and gourmet finger foods. And because we are all victims of a collective psychological disorder called FOMO, we look at that $100 price tag and think, that seems reasonable for a night I'll remember forever. Spoiler alert, the only thing I'll remember is the exact texture of the gravel in the parking lot where I spent 40 minutes waiting for a security guard to tell me my QR code wasn't loading. The Perfect Night Trap is a masterpiece of modern marketing. It preys on that tiny, insecure voice in your head that says, if you don't go to this specific party on this specific Saturday, your youth is officially over and you'll die alone in a house full of half-eaten sourdough bread. So, you buy the ticket. You spend another $50 on an outfit that is chic but secretly makes it impossible to breathe or sit down. You spend 2 hours doing your hair. And then you call an Uber that costs more than a small domestic flight because of the surge pricing. And then you arrive. The Luminous experience is actually a converted warehouse that smells like damp concrete and desperate ambition. The golden lights are just 3 flickering LEDs and a strobe light that's giving everyone a mild seizure. But you don't care yet. You're hyped. You head straight for the ultra-premium open bar. Except the bar is just for exhausted college students behind a plywood plank, trying to serve 500 people at once. The premium gin is a brand you've never heard of, probably distilled. In a bathtub in the basement, the champagne is actually lukewarm sparkling wine that tastes like liquid pennies. You spend 30 minutes fighting for your life in a mosh pit of elbows just to get a plastic cup filled with 80% ice and 20% regret. But wait, there's more. You're hungry. You look for the gourmet finger foods. You see a waiter emerge from a door like a gazelle entering a lion's den. He's carrying a tray of mini burgers. Before he can even take 3 steps, he's swarmed. It's like a National Geographic documentary. People are unhinged. I saw a girl in a silk dress do a tactical slide just to grab a cold, soggy mushroom puff. I didn't even get a crumb. My gourmet dinner for the night was a single olive I found at the bottom of my lukewarm drink. This is where the neurosis kicks in. You're standing there. Your feet are throbbing. You're dehydrated. And you're surrounded by people screaming over music that is 40% too loud. And what do? You take out your phone. You open Instagram and you see everyone else at the same party. And in their stories, it looks amazing. The filters are doing the heavy lifting. Everyone looks like they're having the time of their lives. So, you feel the pressure. You find a corner that doesn't look like a construction site. You suck in your stomach. You hold up your plastic cup of warm bubbles, and you take 47 selfies until you find one where you don't look like you're contemplating a career change to hermit. You post it with the caption, "Best night ever." while internally you're calculating if you can afford the $60 Uber ride home if you leave right now. It's a lie. We're all participating in a giant, expensive lie. The climax of this tragedy usually happens around midnight. The DJ starts a countdown for some reason, maybe to celebrate the fact that we've survived this long. The music swells, the strobe lights go wild, and suddenly, you're caught in a group hug. You're being squeezed by a guy named Chad who is wearing a sweat-soaked dress shirt and smells like a mix of cheap energy drinks and poor life choices. He's screaming the lyrics to a song he doesn't actually know, and his damp arm is draped over your shoulder. And in that moment, as you're being crushed by the weight of 1,000 premium expectations, you have a vision. You see your bed. You see your soft, clean sheets. You see your pajamas, the ones with the little ducks on them. You think about the silence. You think about the fact that your fridge has a bottle of water that didn't cost $8. You realize that you would give anything, to be at home watching a documentary about fungi right now. But you can't leave because you paid $100. You have to get your money's worth, so you stay. You drink another cup of the penny wine. You wait in a 20-minute line for a bathroom that looks like a scene from a post-apocalyptic movie. You watch the VIPs in their rope-top area, who look just as bored as you, but with more expensive bottles. Eventually, the lights come on. The luminous experience is over. The warehouse suddenly looks like, well, a warehouse. The floor is sticky with a substance that might be sentient by now. You walk out into the cold night air, your chic shoes clicking on the pavement, and you open the Uber app. $75. Surge pricing is at 3.5x. You stand on the sidewalk for 20 minutes, shivering, watching other people also staring at their phones with the same hollow look in their eyes. We all look like we just escaped a natural disaster, but we're all going to go home and check the likes on that best night ever. Photo. The irony is that next month, another link will drop in the group chat. Midnight Oasis, the exclusive summer gala, and we'll look at the videos, and we'll forget the warm wine and the smelly bathrooms, and we'll say, guys, we have to go. It looks like it's going to be the perfect night. We don't want the party. We want the idea of the party. We want to be the people in the golden lights, even if the reality is just us in a warehouse, worrying about our bank accounts. Anyway, I'm currently in bed. My feet are still swollen, and I think I have a permanent hearing loss in my left ear. But hey, the photo got 200 likes, so I guess it was worth it. It wasn't. It really wasn't. If you've ever been a victim of the perfect night scam, tell me your horror stories in the comments. What's the most you've ever paid to be absolutely miserable? Let's vent together. And don't forget to subscribe, unless you're too busy waiting in line for a lukewarm drink. See ya.